What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum, and I've got something very different for you today. About a week ago, I purchased the remains of 4 game-worn WNBA jerseys. And I say the remains because, as you can see, they're bagged up here, but they are in pieces. So I thought it would be fun to go through some of these on video and really just see what I have. You're getting the first look at some of this stuff as well as myself. I also printed off a version of a jersey from this era. So this is a Sparks jersey from 2002. Both of these jerseys I'm going to show you in this first video are from the Los Angeles Sparks. And then I've got 2 more from other teams that have some bigger pieces too that I want to show you in part number 2. So we'll start off here. The story behind these, at least the seller said, these were originally owned by Fleer. Some of them were cut up to be used in cards. And then they said that Rittenhouse was given the rest of the pieces when Fleer went bankrupt, which I'm not sure if that's 100% correct. My suspicion would be that Rittenhouse probably bought this stuff at the Fleer bankruptcy auction, but I don't have any proof of that. So that's just kind of what I'm guessing here based off of what I've seen in some other places in the past. But anyway, regardless, I ended up with them. You can see it says Fleer. So like this one here is Mwadi Mabika. This was 99 cents. And I don't know a lot about Mwadi Mabika other than the fact that in the late 90s, I think Dikembe Mutombo helped her come over to the United States so she could play basketball. But that's about it. So let's see what we've got here. Like I said, this one was 99 cents. So there's not much to this one. We've got some purple pieces here that look like probably the bottom of the jersey. So like if we're looking at this one here, probably the bottom. Not much there though, and then just one big remaining piece that would go something like this. So we have the Reebok logo at the top, which that's a big clue because those didn't show up at the top until 2002. So you've got your Reebok logo there. This would be obviously where the arms come out. And then on the back of the jersey, this is interesting. We've got this unity ribbon here, which was a tribute to 9/11. So that tells me that this was probably from 2002 because the 2001 season ended before 9/11. So the next season they wore these unity ribbons. So that's really all there is to this first Sparks jersey. That's why I started with that one. Not much to that. But like I said, that was 99 cents. So to even get that unity ribbon for 99 cents, I thought was pretty cool. And really it was an add-on because I already had paid for some other lots as well. Okay, next up we've got Tamika Dixon, and there's a lot more to this jersey than we had to this other one. So I'm gonna be careful here when I take this out. And this, I don't think is from this jersey. I don't think there was any red anywhere on this jersey. It's part of an all-star logo. That might have gotten in there from another jersey. I don't know. I'll set that aside. We've got a similar piece here that we had with Mwadi, where we've got cut in the exact same way. So that it looks like that's kind of how they're taking these apart, is they cut through here and they leave the rest in pieces if possible. So we've got this Reebok logo, which once again says it's probably 2002. We've got the unity ribbon on the back, which all but confirms that. So that's the big piece. So we'll get that out of the way. Then we've got some of the other scraps as well. This would be hard to do much with. I suppose you could make still some square jersey relics out of that. There's still quite a bit of material there. This would be hard to do much with, but it's something. So those are just scraps. But it looks like here we've got some pieces that they had prepped for cards because this has like a backing to it. I'm not sure if it's, I know with Panini, I'm pretty sure it's like an adhesive backing. I don't know. I think maybe it's just mounted to the card. I don't want to mess with it too much right now. But anyway, that it looks like they've got prepped to put into cards in some way. Another piece, which I'm not sure, I don't see this on the example that I printed out. So I don't know if that was from a jersey or not, or maybe there was some shorts that went with this. Maybe this is part of the shorts. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't see LA anywhere on that though. I know some of the jerseys, they would have that kind of on the back of the neck. So I'm wondering if that's not from a pair of shorts. So maybe we've got some shorts here as well. And it is a different material. You can see that this mesh is a little more porous, and this is kind of more sleek. I don't know the right verbiage for that. Okay, we've got this bag here, which just has one kind of loose piece in there. Get that out of the way. All right, now here, this is interesting. We've got this bag here. This says 383 pieces, and those all appear to be plain purple and yellow swatches. So I'm not going to dump all of those out and look at every single one of those, but I don't see anything in here that looks out of the ordinary. So I'm going to leave that one as is. Okay, I've got this one here, which says 60 thick swatches. So I am curious. This looks like maybe on the side, maybe the side of the jersey. I don't see any on this picture. That doesn't mean that this couldn't have had it though, but maybe that side paneling had like white trim on it of some sort. So those would probably, I mean, those are considered patches though. Those are multicolored pieces. They're not like the best pieces though. I don't see anything in there though that I want to get a closer look at just yet. And those all have that backing on it. And there were a lot of WNBA cards from Fleer that had this kind of that square size relic in it. So definitely those were prepped for cards. These look to be just plain pieces. And then we've got this here which says 53 patch. And I'm curious what all we've got. And this makes me think, ooh, I see a couple good pieces here. Well, first off, this is part of a Reebok logo, which I thought the Reebok logo on the jersey here was still intact. So this, and it's also a different material, so that makes me think that maybe these are from the shorts. I'm guessing, yeah, I'm guessing that's from the shorts, which they didn't mention that in the listing, but you know, this could be whatever pieces they had left over. So now these are interesting because these are, and I think it actually goes just, yeah, it goes just like that. So I've seen a lot of old Fleer NBA cards that had logo man pieces. I know people that have pulled some. I didn't pull any myself, but you know, you'll get people that say, oh no, they wouldn't put logo man pieces in a normal card. Well, guess what? Yeah, they did. I mean, it did happen. Doesn't mean everyone you see is legitimate, but it did happen. And guess what? There's a couple pieces there of the edge of the WNBA logo. Not big pieces, mind you, but pieces nonetheless. So I'm wondering if the rest of that ended up in a card somewhere. I do see several different types of pieces here. So we have this blue All-Star logo. And more of the Reebok. So this is more of the Reebok logo here. This is more of the All-Star logo here. Now, I mean, they've used some of it up, so I can't piece it all back together. Looks like the rest of this is, I don't know if it's part of a number or what. I don't actually know what patch was on the shorts, but seeing this and the second Reebok logo and this All-Star logo, I don't remember that ever being on the front of the jersey visible. I know, and I'll show you another jersey in the second video where it was just a big patch up here at the top, but it wasn't like this to where it was kind of screened on. So that tells me that they probably had a pair of shorts as well. Okay, so anyway, that's all for video number one. It'll kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at for this next video, but I am going to give you a sneak preview for this Nikisha Sales jersey. There's a lot more in there, a lot more to work with. Could be a lot more interesting pieces. So that will be coming up in part two. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you get a kick out of this stuff. Maybe you've got some more info. Maybe you can clear some things up for me. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, remember there are new episodes of the audio podcast that come out every Thursday. And as always, thanks for watching.